Generic greetings and welcome to Construction Plus Besieged episode 6. In the previous episode we made quite a standard build actually. I believe it's called a Scorpion. It's a fairly big catapult that fires a big spear, but in our case we put a bomb on the end and that ruined the Highland Tower, which is zone 11. So we've only got, 4 more zones to do? We've got, Pine Lumber Site, we've got Solomon's Flock, we've got Marksman's Pass, and then we've got Winifred's Keep. So we're going to have to do zone 12. So this looks like to be quite a standard one. It's basically pick up these bales and then move them up to there. And I don't think there's anything else to it. Let me just click play. I'm going to see if any fire comes out of nowhere. No. So it literally is picking stuff up and moving it around. So we're actually just going to build a bit of a crane, as you might imagine. So the first thing we need to do is actually build the base unit, and again that is wrong one. Let me undo them bits there, and then we will keep going back over. Now I want it actually to arch forward quite a bit, so let me just put these wheels like so. Actually we'll put the base like that, but then I want it to arch right forward and then down, and have a bit like a, someone suggested like some sort of crane you can use on like a fairground, or like an arcade crane. And although that's a good idea, to actually create it would be quite difficult. So I don't think we'll do that, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I will put on some wheels, and I want the wheels to be like that, and I want fairly chunky wheels there. And our steering will be, I think actually we'll erase. Oh, I see. I could use X, but there we go. People have been saying use X all the time instead of using arrays. I think we will put on, we'll make it go a little bit further back like so, because we need to have it quite heavy here, because otherwise it would go all over the place. Let's just connect these blocks up. Again, I don't really mind how heavy I'm making this, because actually the heavier the better at the back. So we'll do that, and then we will put ourselves a bit of a steering system on. So we'll put steering about there, I think. And then we'll put a small wooden block on either side, followed by some wheels, although I think I might have messed up, because I don't think it's, yeah, well, I haven't actually, that's not down far enough, so I'll have to actually remove a couple of pieces. Hang on, so we'll remove them and see what happens. Remove them and them bits there, like so. And what I could do, if I really wanted to, is expand it out. I could expand it out, but instead I'm just going to use, are there braces? Yeah, well, what we'll do is we'll just brace the back end like so, and I don't know how successful this will be, so I'm just going to, is that a motor wheel? Yes, it is. Oh, yes, I haven't actually put on a small wooden block. So we'll put the small wooden block on there, then the motor wheel, then we'll ground the thing, and then we'll play, and then, as you can see, it already is, it's already a little bit problematic. I mean, it does steer very, very well for the most part, although I do want a better steering system than that. Okay, so proof of concept, it works, but what I am going to do instead is I will use arrays for them bits, because they're a little bit tricky, and then I will get rid of these pieces, and then what I want to do is put a large wooden block like that, and then out, and then finally we'll erase them bits there, and then connect that up to there. Now, has that connected up? I don't think it has, so yeah, now that's connected up, that's fine. Then I can do the same thing either side, like that, and that should really hold it together quite nicely. And again, a lot of pressure's on that block. What if we come around like so? Actually, what I'll do is I'll erase them pieces and then put that there, and then finally connect them two. Right, so that should be fairly solid. Let's try this now. So we'll click play, and already I can tell that is much better. Look at that. Look at the traverse. Look at that. We can really spin round. In fact, the wheel doesn't even touch itself, so I guess it can. It can almost turn on a dime. What I'm going to do then, I'm actually going to key map these things here, and I have no wheel speed. We won't have them drive wheels at all, and they'll just be, I don't think the term is trailing wheels, because they're not actually, the trailing wheel would be at the back if it's trailing. You don't understand, but, oh, hang on, that's not worked at all. Why is that? That goes backwards and forwards, but now it won't turn left and right. Why is that? Why is that? That's a bit of a weird one. Is that a bug? Oh dear, that won't turn anymore. That won't actually key mapper. Let's try that. Left and right. Yeah, that's fine. Try them. That works. Oh, that's broken now. That's really weird. Hang on a sec then. I don't know what's up with that. Let me just lift this. Let's just lift that thing up off the ground a second. And a good way to test to see if your steering is working is just shove some chocks underneath it. No, that's not working at all now for some reason. That's really weird. I've never experienced that bug before. So I've actually managed somehow to I've managed to break the steering. Let's just remove the steering section at one moment then and put it back in. And then I'll have to remove these pieces here. There's like this weird sort of, not a bug, but it's just the way the game works at the moment where it doesn't really connect stuff together. So let's click play. There we go. Now it actually works now. Right. So you can see that them wheels they're not driving at all. In fact, I'm not sure, but them wheels might actually be causing a bit of a problem. So that is, see, that's a motor wheel. Is there actually just like a standard, that's a circular saw, metal plate? I just think that, I guess if I put the wheel speed back to default, maybe if we have two of the wheels at the back there, no, not the wheels at the back, but the middle wheels, I guess, have them drive wheels as well. So we'll try that. Yeah, look, it glitches out every time we do that. That's really weird. Every time we alter the, there we go, now it's working. Right, that's actually a bit better now. See, them wheels are driving, but them aren't. So it is actually, it can pretty much turn on itself. Yeah, look at that. That's good. And because them wheels there are actually driving, we've still got enough power. Right, that's perfect. That's good. Obviously, there's a bit of a glitch with them ones there. We could put the wheels further back if we wanted to. Should we try that? Put them there and then erase them. And then it'll probably turn even better. So let's try that. So we'll turn, or will it? Oh, yes, that pretty much turns. Yeah, it's just skidding at the front, which is exactly how I wanted it to. Ooh, that's not good. Hang on, let me turn that way. There we go. It's not ideal, and it does skid them a bit, but it works. That's exactly what we wanted. Right, fantastic. Okay, so now what we need to do is make a gantry that goes right up and leans forward. In fact, what we could do, just get rid of them, go back to the wheels, and shove the wheels there, and then that would give me a bigger gantry. Obviously, we're going to need to edit these things so they've got no wheel speed. Can't edit the wooden block wheel speed because it ain't a wheel. Right, there we go. And one moment. Today's beverage is coffee. Quite cold, actually. Or getting there, at least. Right. So I want a gantry that's sticking out the front. So, sadly, there's no real way to create a... like a... I don't know what you would call it now. Like an angled gantry. You have to just do this and make... like a big line like that, and then sort of go out the front. So that's okay, I can handle that. Then we're going to erase that block there. And obviously we want to make it a little bit stronger, so I'll do that. And obviously this is making it heavier, which is good, because heavy is good, heavy is reliable. If it doesn't work, you can always hit them with it. Right, so we will connect them up like so, and make that like that. Right, now we need to make it go out to about there, I think. That should do us quite nicely. And there. Okay, now obviously that's going to be a bit of a problem, so I'm going to just connect it up with some sort of struts, and we'll click play. And yeah, even now I can tell that that is probably, if I go forward and stop quite sharply, it'll probably tip over. No, it is rocking a little bit, but not overly so. That's good. Right, let's also connect this to the back, and again, make it very, very stable. So, we need a way of manipulating a grabber at the front, because that's what we need. We need a grabber to lift these things up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to, I think, piston. By the way, we haven't got any suspension on this, and that's there's a reason for that. I don't want any suspension at all, because I want to have it a definite travel. 1, 2, 3. So that should extend double its length, which will probably get it to the ground. So we'll put a grabber on the bottom. So when I extend, actually, if anything, we could probably delete a little bit of that and put it back on the bottom. There we go. So let's try that after I've added some weight. There's another block, which is a ballast. So I'm going to add a ballast at the back, and we will key map that, and we'll put the mass up to ×2. So click play. Now there's a lot of weight on them back wheels. So much weight that it doesn't even work. Let's just remove that. Again, it's when you've got that key mapper open, I think. It just doesn't work. Yeah, it just doesn't work left and right. That's weird. That's a proper bug, that. Let's just try that again. There we go. Now it works. So, let's try. It's moving over here. Okay, it's quite maneuverable. And we'll go to about there. Then we will activate the hydraulics, which will lift that up perfectly. And then spin it right around. Look at that. Look at the traverse on that. And then straight in. Nailed it. We will drop it. Hang on. Oh, can we lift it up? Oh, look at that. We can lift ourselves up. You even lift, bro. And we need to drop that. But, oh, we only need one bit as well. So, zone conquered. That's good, that. I like that machine. That's very simple and works quite well. So, we might as well do the next one. This is Solomon's Flock. Kill 80% of all sheep. Oh, dear. Well, we could probably crush it in this wheel at the back, but, I think... Yeah, do you want to crush it with this wheel? Squish, squish. Right. So we're going to have to kill all the sheep. And that's not very nice. And there's also sheep up the top here as well. So I don't know what we're going to do. I'll have to have a think about this one. What do you think we should do for this one? Comments in the comments, and we will go from there. I think. Do you want to do that? Actually, no. No. I think what I'll do, I was gonna end it there, but I've got an idea already, and actually someone's already suggested this. I'm just gonna delete part of this machine because we're never gonna be building on one of these again, I don't think. And I think I'll leave the standard bit like that. And oh, there we go. There's that connected up. I think sometimes you don't know where the nails are getting pushed in. So there's our standard machine. And what I want to do is have a... Actually, it would be a steering, I guess. Would it be a steering? I think it would be a steering mechanism. So, 1 second, I will get and steer... Oh, we could have a spinning block. Let's have a spinning block. And then we'll have, on the front of this, wooden blocks. Up to there. Now let's just click play and see how far it goes. Good grief, that's far too much power. Right, so we're not going to use a spinning block. That was insane. Let's remove them. We don't need spinning blocks at all. What I want... Yeah, obviously we want to remove that one. We want a steering mechanism. Steering like that. And then I want to have wooden blocks sticking out the front. Will that be able to raise up to the other side? It won't, but what I can do... I don't know how to do this. I reckon I can reach them ones there. If I get rid of them, put on myself, I think some suspension, maybe some suspension? No, some hydraulics. This piston, rather. Like that. And then finally... We could put a flaming ball on the end, but underneath... Now, someone told me about this, and I don't know if it's true. So you can put that there. You can put that there. Then you put a holder on the top and surround it, which I was lied to. Looks like you can't do that at all. Right. So, can we put a spike ball on it? No, I don't think we can. Let's put a plow on the front, because I think we're going to need that. We'll put a plow on either side, actually. There we go. That should kill a couple more sheepses. And then what I'm going to do is put some swords on either side and then a circular saw on the front. But I don't think that's going to be able... That's not going to be low enough to get the sheep. I want to remove these, actually. Metal spike. Ooh. Nah, I think we'll put the blades on the bottom. See, it's just not tall enough to put the blades on the bottom. what do? I reckon we just put on some circular saw blades. I reckon we go down, put that there, and that there, and put circular saw blades on there, and there, and then when it expands, so when I expand it, it will increase that. Right, okay, so we'll go forward, and does it cut? It cuts quite well. It's not great, and as you can see, it's well, that does go left and right. I wonder if it cuts ourselves up. Oh, yep, it'll happily do that. It'll happily cut ourselves up. Okay, maybe not that. We will just get rid of them. Get rid of them. I think this is a decent idea. I just think the execution is a little bit garbage. So we could use a flamethrower. Flamethrowers are always good for this sort of thing. And it was obviously turreted. It doesn't need to be turreted, though. We could just put it on the front there. Put the flamethrowers on. No, I don't like that. I like to make something a bit more interesting than just that. And I'm still trying to figure out why the back wheels still don't work. Key mapper. That one. It's working fine. Click play. It doesn't turn, look. Well, you can't see me pressing the keyboard, but it doesn't bloody turn. The only way to mess around with it is translate it a little bit, and then you click play again, and then it still doesn't work. Do that, play. Yeah, now it works, you see. That's weird. That's so weird. I mean, we can just end up crushing all of these like that. I mean, that functions, but the ones we have a problem with, I guess, would be up the top there. I mean, the thing is, this is really maneuverable, so it's sort of it sort of works there. I mean, we could just not mess around. I mean, you know, well, I am messing around. That's pretty much what the channel's about. But I could just stick some blades on the thing, like that, and just sweep at that height. I mean, that would function. Actually erase these blocks here like that and just sweep around, and that'll clear out the bottom bit. To get the ones up the top there, what we'd have to do is have a bit of a piston going up, and then erase that. Two pistons going up, which will actually be connected with a wooden block, which will then go out to another couple of pistons, 1, 2, 3, which at the end will contain... One moment, I just need to pull this back over and then do that, and then that. There's a reason for this. Just trying to make a stable base for this thing. Like so. I think I might have made it a little bit too heavy, but we'll see. And then we'll increase that size there. And then on the other side, we'll put flamethrowers, but we'll have to traverse it back. This is actually getting close to the tank that I made. I think that's my favourite vehicle so far. Right, so that functions, apart from the steering doesn't work. But if we increase the suspension, or the hydraulics, it doesn't actually raise that up a bit. I think it's too heavy. Let's stop that, and we will delete these bits here. I think it's that. It's actually stuck there. There you go. It actually raises it up, which is what I wanted to do. The original idea was to make it go back and have it a bit heavier, so it doesn't sort of rock as much as it does now. But actually, the way to fix that, I guess, would be to put that there, and then put a brace between the two like that, and that should function a little bit better. Oh, but obviously it won't work because it's braced, so yeah, let's just get rid of that. Okay, fine. Right, okay, let's just try this, and I'm going to have to, again, translate the machine around, just so I can get the suspension working. You have to sometimes just rotate a little bit. Eventually, there we go, now it's working. So, let's go. Let's just start driving forward, and I think the blades are about the right level, and... looks like they are... yeah, looks like them blades are working quite well, apart from that one sheep there that's just laughing at me. Now, one slight problem... oh, look at that. They're just laughing at me there. No, they're not now. One of the slight problems with this is that... can I cut that tree down? Yeah. This is sort of... we've got tilled fields here, and... oh, that's not very nice. Oh, good grief, good grief. One of the things with these fields here, we don't have any suspension, so it's sort of rocking it back and forward, and it's a bit horrible. we can deal with it. Them blades, apparently, they're not sharp at all. Look at this. Look at that. They just went straight through, so... Look at that. They're just actually gathering them up. What rubbish set of blades? They're actually quite garbage, them blades, aren't they? But that that really does spin around this thing very well. In fact, all we're doing is we're just crushing it on the wheels, to be honest with you. Anyway, let's just drive up to here, activate our hydraulics, and I think we'll turn on our flamethrowers, which I cannot. Right, there we go. And is that going to work? Is that going to work? Is that going to work? It's not working. Turn that off. Where's the off button? There we go. I think we're probably best with a different one. Hang on, let me just keep reversing here. We'll just end up going to take these out, aren't we? We're just taking them out on the ground. It looks like you can just take this flock out on the ground, which is a shame. Which is a bit of a shame. All these blades are useless. If you chop them on the front, they work, but on the side they don't. And all it's doing is making it more difficult to maneuver. But I really like the maneuverability of this thing. It's really maneuverable. In fact, we're just going to try and get in between that tree there. There you go. And now we just activate our hydraulics. There you go. And just push that into the field. And then flamethrower. Does that work? It would have worked if... Oh no, we have set some sheep alight at the back there. There they go. Excellent. So we did manage to take some out. Not excellent. I don't really like this one. There we go. I'm not a big fan of that one. That was not really about besieging. It was about killing sheep and such. Comical sheep called Sean. Right. I think we will leave that there for sure. Our next zone is... What the hell is this? Marksman's Pass. Pass through the area. So you have to pass through these bits here. So you just have to drive up and around there. I think we can just use this vehicle. It's so maneuverable. We can just rip these bits off. But we'll do that next episode. So next episode, we'll rip these extra bits off and just drive up there and see what happens. We might have to put a little bit of weight on things. But yeah, we'll see what happens. As always, comment in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. And there's some archers there as well.